Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
And it feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light, when you hit that first joint, in the morning, and you.
I actually feel a lot more awake.
So, is there a part you already know you want to work with, or do you want to start talking, see if we can find something?
Yeah, see if we can find it.
Okay.
So the issue I may have talked about before is I really struggle to reach out and contact people that I need to do more of. I feel like it's a really big barrier for kind of everything that I do. I've made a little list of just in the past few days, just a handful of kind of people. It doesn't really matter what the project is, whether it's I need to call the person at the bank, or I need to call my neighbor, or even just posting. I need to ask a question. I want to post something on a forum anonymously, or just ask strangers or anything. Just don't like it. And so then I'll put it on a to-do list. And then my to-do list is that's most of my to-do list is contact this person, contact that person. And I feel I try all these productivity hacks. I'll batch it. I'll do it at this time of day. I'll do it with this energy. And it's still okay, I called one person today. Woohoo,
Yeah.
It's just I really have trouble leaning into it and having fun with it. And yeah, just leaves me kind of, well, I was going to say kind of isolated, and that's its own issue. But even just from a productivity standpoint, man, I really could get stuff done faster if I was able to, more eager to get the right person on the phone. So that's what I struggle with a lot.
Yeah, I definitely relate to that.
Yeah. And I'll put it off for months. Like like a group I was telling you about wanting to join. Like, I learned about them like 2 months ago, and I don't know, just took that long to kind of like, okay, I'll check it out. Okay, I'll send them an email and ask about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. I totally relate to that. It sounds like, so part of you wants to get this, reach out to people, even just for productivity.
Yeah.
And then there's a part that's keeping you from doing that.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then there's another part that keeps or maybe that's the self that's trying all these different ways to go about getting it done, but it's just not working.
Yeah, even like I'll try to delegate some of it. Like, I could hire someone to make certain calls for me and this and that. And that's usually pretty silly. It's like, I need to get this info. By the time I've asked this other person to go get the information, I could just have asked the person I need to ask.
Yeah. So there's a part, and maybe it's related to the productivity part or not, but sounds like there's a part that's also judging the fact that you can't seem to get it.
Yeah, that's kind of relaxed a bit. Like, I do, because I've kind of struggled with this for so long. I have kind of lightened up about it. Like, hey, we're not all like that, so I don't beat myself up too much about it, but I also just keep not doing it. And so,
well, has anything come up as far as a part that you might want to work with, or you want to keep talking?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the part that doesn't want to do it.
Okay.
Or that will like make me busy with other stuff, and then the time flies by, and then it's the evening, and I was like productive in another realm. That part, I think.
So it distracts you sometimes with other tasks.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to focus in on that part?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. And where in or around your body do you feel that part?
Kind of in my head. It's just kind of a busy part. I think it's the busy part that I know pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any sensations? Oh, go ahead.
It feels busy. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, so it just has a busy kind of mind feeling. But again, like, I'll get stuff done. It'll just be kind of in the wrong neighborhood sometimes.
Yeah.
Or not. Yeah, not as effective because it's not in this other realm.
Yeah. Anything else that do you see, or do you see anything, feel anything, any thoughts coming up? Or just what you mentioned about the busy part?
I think I've worked with the busy part a lot. So I have I do have all kinds of like thoughts and images and feelings, but that's just from having worked with it a lot.
Okay. How do you feel towards this part?
Better. Yeah, so we've made a lot of progress since doing IFS, where this part's not like totally running the show. And, during these times of day when I'm trying to be productive.
Yeah.
So I've made some compromises with it, but yeah, I'm feeling kind of still frustrated about getting kind of swept up in it, and then where's the time go?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. The frustrated part, if it feels right, try asking it to take a step back, to give you some space to get to know this part.
Okay.
A little more.
All right.
That's okay. Okay, great. And how do you feel towards the busy part now?
I'm eager to work with it.
Okay, great. So ask the part what it wants you to know.
Okay. All right, about this issue, especially, like these to-do items, let's say call someone as a to-do item. This part is saying that should be on the list with everything else, which is how I do it. It's like, yes, everything's on the list of things to do. And so this part is saying, it's kind of defending it's saying everything's fine because they go on the list. And that's kind of where it lives. It kind of lives on the busy part, kind of lives on or it relies on that, like working from the list mentality kind of thing.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. We worked hard to get that far, because it used to be no list, no anything productivity. So
yeah.
So that's good.
And if it feels right, ask the part what it's afraid of if it doesn't keep doing things the way it's doing.
Okay. Yeah, it's afraid I'll get exhausted by the conversations, get peopled out.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That happens. I definitely get peopled out.
Yeah. But then my follow-up question, I think, for that is, and then what? Like, what's so bad about that?
Yeah. What do you want to ask?
Yeah. There's this feeling of like not being seen. I don't really know what that means, but it's like it's like if we let's say we contact 10 people doing great on that list, but don't have either don't get what I want or don't, whatever, don't make progress or don't get responses or whatever, then that's kind of like a worse feeling than if there aren't other people involved. If I'm just wasting time, not wasting time, if I'm being productive on something that's not related to other people and it doesn't go so well, I can kind of kick myself for that. But if I reach out to 10 people and it doesn't go so well, there's this feeling of like, it just feels like not being seen. I don't know. That's what keeps coming to mind.
That the people you reach out to might misunderstand your intentions or not care.
Yeah. Or I don't know. I'm having trouble describing it because again, it could just be the person at the bank. It's like I'm not trying to make friends, but I just let me ask it. Let me just tune in a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's it's really interesting. It's like when I say not being seen, it's kind of like not okay. It's like not getting any points on the board, not getting any reward. If again, like if I screw something up, if it's a tangible project in front of me, then I can at least like see that I screwed it up. But if it's a conversation, it kind of just gets lost. It's like not it. Yeah, I don't know
if it's not fruitful.
Yeah, or sometimes even if it is, there's like it's a lot harder to follow up on and kind of retrace my steps. And even if I talk to the person at the bank and they're like, okay, here's what you need to do, that still is like just kind of removed from the tangible projects. But I know that all just probably sounds like weird, but I definitely can detect some kind of exile energy of like that being painful.
Okay. So how are you feeling right now as far as direction? Do you want to dive a little? Do you want to head towards the exile and see, or do you want to talk this out a little bit more about the feelings that are coming up surrounding the productivity?
Yeah, I'm okay with going towards that exile energy.
Okay. And are you aware of the exile in or around your body?
Yeah.
And where is that located?
Kind of in solar plexus area.
Okay. Any other sensations,
Yeah, just kind of
feelings, thoughts?
uneasy. I just keep coming back to like not being seen feeling.
Yeah.
And I can kind of put an age on it, I think, of like
Mm-hmm.
of like 4-year-old kind of an feeling vibe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And how are you feeling towards the part right now?
Kind of sad and sorry for it, and sorry that I haven't explored this more before, but compassionate.
Is the part that we were working with is the busy part? Is that part okay with us? Focus.
Good question. Let's
Taking.
see. I think so. He's busy.
He's busy. Okay. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have it? Is anything coming up for a specific direction? Or do you want to jump right into asking the exile what it wants to show you?
Yeah, I'm already seeing some memories.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting some really specific memories from places from my childhood.
Okay.
Okay. You know, when you're a little kid and you're going over to someone else's house with your family or cousins or whatever, and then they have like all this other stuff that you don't have at your house, and you want to get into it all and learn about it all, and it's like, hey, what's on the top shelf? What's behind that? Like, how does that work? But they're all busy, and they're like, it's not your stuff, and no one's gonna like take everything off the shelves and show it to you.
Yeah.
So, and who are you even asking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
I'm relieved. I'm happy that I'm seeing that, because I can connect that to other kind of IFS moments where I've seen images like that from parts of that age. Where yeah, the part is curious, and that curiosity is unwelcome.
Yeah.
Or it's either just nobody cares, there's no one to ask, or worst case scenario, it's like, it's intrusive. It's rebuked.
Yeah. And how are you feeling towards the part right now?
I'm really happy. I'm happy that I'm able to see that, and that we're able to communicate that way. So,
and
I'm feeling generous and sweet. It's good.
Nice. That's great. If it feels right, ask the part if it thinks you get it.
It thinks I sort of get it, but it would like to spend more time there. Getting me to really get it.
Take your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we want to do that. We want to do a redo.
Do redo? Go back in time?
Yeah. Because if I was there, it's funny.
Yeah. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Whatever he needs.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's like my favorite thing is a curious kid, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll take this stuff off the shelf. I mean, that's how I am now. I'll drop everything if a 4-year-old has a question. It's like, okay, let's look at that thing for an hour.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of revisiting some of those places. It was usually when my family was like, again, we're visiting someone else's house. I was the youngest. I was always the youngest. And so usually when we're going to cousins or family friends, it's like everybody else has someone to talk to, and I'm just kind of looking for stuff to do. And
yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of going back there and just being there for that kid and going through it all. It's not just stuff, but
It's
it's just
beautiful.
it's not just stuff, you know. It's like just questions. So funny. I'm trying not to like overanalyze or explain, but there's so much about me in my adult life that kind of reflects like how I've wanted to be or am being now for that kid.
Mm.
Like, I hate cupboard doors. Like, I'll move into a home and I'll take all the doors off the cupboard because I want to be able to see the stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. There's just little things like that. It's like,
Yeah.
I felt that way at that age too. It's like, just really curious and I don't know. It's interesting.
It's beautiful that you've already kind of made these adjustments in your life and now reconnecting and letting that part know that you can be there for it. Did you ask the part if anything, did he needs anything in that time?
Yeah, just me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep giving you whatever space you need, and then when you're ready, let me know.
Okay. Okay. What's next?
Okay. Well, how do you feel about bringing the part into the present? Do you want to ask if it's ready to leave that time?
Yeah, he's
and come to a safe place.
He's kind of surprised that that's an option, or what that would look like. It's interesting because I feel like I've worked with part kind of like this exact age, but I don't know that it's the same part, or I don't really know. I think not. Yeah, present time is good.
Okay. You can take him to any safe place.
Yeah, he's more into exploring, so as long as there's stuff to explore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And how do you want to? Does he want to unburden and release? Are there emotions to release?
I'll ask. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll ask. Like if he has any, I guess, pain in his body or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can release it to one of the elements or however he wants to do it.
It's hard to describe. It's kind of a wants to release to air feeling. It's kind of like he's been holding his breath because he's got all these questions and they're kind of bottled up, and he wants to kind of be able to just spew them out.
Let it out.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes that, and he likes just having someone's hand to hold and just somebody being present. Yeah, it's like the questions don't all need answers, but it's nice that there's someone nearby that could be listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not all alone.
Right. Okay. It's feeling good.
Great.
Yeah.
So do you have any intuition about where you'd like to go from here? Do you want to bring back in the protector? Or is there anything else the exile needs from you?
Probably both. I want to see. Okay. I'm going to see what else the exile needs from me. Oh, I see it. Yeah, we already did some of that earlier today. It's just I started going for more walks. Just a few weeks ago, I decided I needed to walk every day, out and about, and not listening to a podcast. Not just go for a walk.
Just being present in the walk.
Yeah, and I don't know. Today I found a little cactus and it had a little fruit on it. And I was like, okay, I got to taste that. And it was just, I almost laughed out loud because I did, and it was good. And it was just a very like who would have thought?
Yeah.
And yeah, it just felt like that kind of experience of like wander around, stop and observe things, and
Yeah.
just do more of that.
Yeah. Getting lost a little bit.
Yeah.
Even.
And like I tasting strange things in the woods. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. That's gonna stay on the calendar, and it's good to know that that's kind of connecting with that exile.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that protector. Let's see. See if I can connect this back to calling the bank. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's kind of like, yeah, as long as that part of me is safe or doesn't, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. As long as it's not like the 4-year-old having to call the bank.
Yeah.
Then we're good.
So it gets it.
Right.
Yeah. And what does the protector need from you? Do you want to ask?
Yeah. I think what this protector needs from me is if I want to get this other stuff done, then I need to do it. Like I need to take leadership there, and that's fine. He doesn't. He, you know.
Does that make sense to you?
It makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just if I can kind of embody that energy of really, again, that person that is loves hanging out with 4-year-olds and explaining things to them and allowing them to be curious, and I worked in a children's hospital. And that was like, it's like my job is the kids are curious, and I am the liaison to getting that information for them. So
yeah,
just kind of stepping into that that energy.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of recognizing that yeah, I gotta make some negotiations with this busy part about like what things go on a to-do list and what things and what things go on in a different area.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Okay. That's what matters.
Yeah, like I just gotta take it away from off of his plate. and say, okay, I'll do this. When something has this kind of element to it, then it goes somewhere else. I'll flag it as needing a different kind of attention. Feels good.
Good. Is anything else coming up for you?
No, I think we did it.
Okay.
I'm just surprised. Like I don't know. I'm always surprised. Just not
It's pretty
expecting
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take this exile part. I've been trying to be really diligent about keeping basically a page for everybody, for exiles especially, and that's something that I can revisit every day, and trying to connect. Maybe like, since I said, is this the same part that I already worked with? And so just kind of following up on that and like better understanding it, better defining it, and learning about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you have a good way to end, or?
No, I'm feeling really energized. I want to go
Okay.
make some calls. Just kidding. But I'm going to get something done.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Well, great job. Yeah, I appreciate you too.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Zikri, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.